I have here the Neewer Basics FL10 10 watts LED photography flashlight. So welcome back in the studio and let's do an unboxing and first impressions about this photo light, which I think will be really nice in the background. By the way, even though Neewer sent me this product, this video is not sponsored. Neewer will not see the video before posting it. And if you think that the FL10 would be a great addition to your setup, you will find some affiliate links in the description. By using them, you will support the channel at no extra cost for you, so thank you. The FL10 is a product in the Neewer Basics line, so it is a budget-friendly video light or photography light. This is a view around the box. The bottom is plain. The top has some stickers, so let's open it up. Gasket. Here are the front elements for the flashlight, and under the padding, let's take a look. This is the flashlight and it is heavier than expected. I mean a lot heavier. This is full aluminum. It will help with cooling, so that's really nice. This is the instruction manual, a warning, a storage pouch. If you don't have a camera bag, you can store the flashlight in this, and this should be the charging cable. So now let's put everything aside and take a better look at the Neewer Basics FL10. So full metal body, the front unscrews, so it has a lens element, and by unscrewing it you just uncover the LED module. This is a grippy zone, so it will not slip out of your hands. This is the button, we will check on it later, but all around the light, on the left, on the bottom of it, and on the right, you will find 1/4 threads to screw it on tripods or other mounting accessories. This is the USB-C port. The only thing that's left is the button, so let's click it. It indicates green now, and we can turn it on. Okay, with one click, it changes colors. Oh, so that's how you change colors. Okay, so red, blue, white, orange, red, blue, white, orange, red, blue, white. No green? Okay, interesting. And it is pretty strong. To turn it off, just hold the button and it turns off. Pretty simple. Now, let's check the other stuff in the box. So, this grommet right here, this gasket, should allow you to mount the front element accessories with different shapes on the flashlight, and apparently this extends into this. And now let's take a look at these plastic pieces and another look in the manual, because I'm not sure if this is how this should be mounted. Am I right? Okay, let's not look into the manual but test for ourselves, and it doesn't seem to. So okay, the only way that this attaches and holds onto the flashlight is by friction. Oh, and it moves. So, okay, you can modify the focal length of the light. Is this the focal length? I hope so. So this will stay here just by friction, but I don't think that this would be a problem since it holds. Yeah, it holds, so there's no issue. So here we have different shapes like this, and this, and this. Let's take a look at all of them. You can achieve different effects by using them. This looks like the Windows logo. So let's pick one. Let's pick this one with bubbles, let's say. And to install it, I think that you only need to slide it in this slot, and after aligning this tab right here with the slot. So let's turn the light on now. So this is the effect. And this is with the rubber piece fully extended. And now let's pull out this ring right here to modify the focal length of the light, and you can see that the lighting zone becomes narrower by pulling this out. So you can play with it. This one will be really cool, and this one too, so let's check them out. To remove this, just pull it out from one side and it will come out. And now let's say we need a galaxy theme with our lighting. And this is how it looks. Let's check other colors. Oh, orange is nice. Blue is nice too. And this is it in the background, so let's focus it like this to be a bit smaller. And it looks really nice. So now I can lower the intensity just by rotating the knob. And now let's check out the other one, which will provide us with a blinds effect, something like this, like if you were staying next to a window or something. So let's check it out. Pretty nice, so you can achieve some cool visuals by using them. I think I will set this up in the background in our studio to spice things a bit, and I think this is the best way to use it when it comes to video. Of course, you can use it when it comes to the photo side to do creative stuff, but in the background in a studio it will look really nice. And of course, it can be powered by the USB-C cable and run for hours and hours, so this is pretty cool. And now let's do a background test right here, and let's say that I will install this light with this modificator on the front here on my pole. So this is how the effect will look on the textured, how are these called? Sound dampening panels? Acoustic panels, I think is the best term. So yeah, this is how it would look. If it is closer, it looks way nicer. Or maybe even like this. Oh, and they create a shade of the plants, the artificial plants on the furniture. I hope you will see it better like this. So I just need the new mounting accessory, and I think that you will see this light in the background from now on, because it spices things a little bit. It makes the studio not look that plain, even though the walls are textured because of the panels. And again, it is a pretty nice effect, but I think that I like better the one that I tested before this one. And let's check it out with the rubber piece collapsed. The light zone is more spread out, so I think it's better. It looks more natural, like the window, the light was coming out of a window, not a window coming out of a light, of course. They also have an FL20 model, which I'm not sure how big will be if the FL10 is this heavy and this solid. Tell me in the comments if I should test it, and I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you soon from the studio. Flash out.